San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. What a great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 51 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here first. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Robbie Gould.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This will be fielded at the 17. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And a Packer first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's this is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up
now a handoff here to his running back. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes looking downfield for Jones. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes looking deep for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
10 at the 17-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On first down, Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other side.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And this will be a Vikings first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. 11 yards there, first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. It's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. On play action, Rodgers. Looking downfield for Dez. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 41. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking deep for Julio. Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Green Bay.
Rodgers now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
18 on the play.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to Saquon.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. On that long touchdown, look, the pass was fine, but it was short. What Saquon did after the catch, that's impressive.
And that's just demoralizing if you're on the defensive side of the ball, too, because if he catches a short one, that's your opportunity to tackle him, put him on the ground, and get up for the next down. Instead, he makes a move, he makes people miss, he runs through tackles, he spins, he jukes, and he continues to run, because once he gets into the open field and turns it loose, he can fly.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Packers 42. Vikings 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Complete.
23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26.
First down.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess. And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And Parker, you know exactly what he said. saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1. Made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
At the 4-yard
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Saquon Barkley.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the one. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from a yard out. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
A big loss on the play.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Julio Jones, 45 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
It's 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. Finding room at the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Packers.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the run, it's Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Rodgers. This is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. This is Barkley. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers continue to roll. And that... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 34-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety, Harrison Smith. And a terrific return as he brings us all the way back to the 30. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They do go for it. It's Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year. And they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Richard Sherman, a Pro Bowler a year ago, had a pick six in the season opener last season against Tampa Bay. And he delivers again with a return for a touchdown on that play. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
62, Vikings 29.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McCaffrey on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
McCaffrey on the return. The Packers take over first and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers.
Rodgers pass.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on.
Lining up for the point after.
When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Brings up second.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 56 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to...
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time, he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
McCaffrey on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up third down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Picked up down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not only...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got him in. Complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers again now. And he's caught left side by Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Barkley. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll go back backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Rodgers going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. First from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are pouring it on. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to take another shot here. Intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. On first down, Rodgers gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
And a Packer first down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10. Down at the 33. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield,
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to
on 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
81. Vikings 50.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A.J. Green.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. And they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Packers 81. Vikings.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And here's another interception. Picked off at the 39.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeout.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Packers 81.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Start your week by installing your game plan.